What's up, you guys? It's Agent Tactical here. Want to do a disassembly video for you guys here. This is the Panzer Arms BP-12. This is a Gen 2 model. Okay, Gen 2 model. First, I'm going to do is just the basic fuel strip, or just remove the shroud if you just want to change the piston and all that stuff without removing the upper from the lower receiver. But then I'm going to continue on into essentially taking it completely down. So what I did first was remove the charging handle. What you want to do next is to remove the shroud here, the barrel shroud. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this as quick as possible so won't be too lengthy of a video. You can then pull out this front pin, hold this retainer or ring here because it will pop out of the handguard. Okay, see here, it will pop out. So I usually just like to hold it at this point. What you can do here is, if you want to change the piston and whatnot, you have to remove this this cap here. I forget what it's called. It is called the gas cylinder locking ring. So to release it, what you want to do is kind of hold this wrench down here. Find the other little wrench. Break it loose like that. And then the gas block. You want to move the gas block, you do is pull this down a little bit. Then you got your retainer rings here. Set that to the side. Pull the gas block out. And then you've got the piston. This is a low velocity piston. Difference between the low velocity and the high velocity is that the high velocity is a lot taller, and it'll actually say HV on it. Now to take it a step further, what I like to do is, before removing the upper from the lower, I like to start loosening this up right away. So mine's pretty easy to loosen up because I've already done it a couple times. The first time when I got it, I wanted to break it down. It was a pain in the ass just because of the fact that it was torqued down so much that I actually had to use a hammer to help me push it down, and a vise, of course. So you can see where I kind of marred it up with the hammer, and then threw in the vise and windowed down with it. So lower receiver, all I did was push these two pins out. All right, remove it, and then kind of push the hammer down. But before even all that, you gotta make sure you don't have to remove the cheek riser. You just kind of loosen up, push it all the way up, remove it, push this down, slide the upper up. FYI, if this comes out, it's just the feed ramp for the shells. So I got kind of scared when this was popping up in here. You see it fits in here perfectly, right? So it's just right here. That's all it is. Okay. Push the carrier out like so, or technically just leave it like that. So bolt facing down. There we go, shake it loose. Yeah. Push this down like that, there we go. In here and do what you need to do as far as cleaning wise. You see here, I got the inside here pretty greased up. So, reverse order, correct? What I like to do is, I like to put the bolt back in here. Okay. Pull back in like that. You can see here. Ejector arm just goes into that little slot. Install the spring back in, like so. Carrier. Push it all the way down. Just like so. Okay. So it's pretty simple, right? Everything goes just go back in the body. There we go. Okay. Now, all you want to do is go like this, right? Now it's catching. Kind of a pain in the ass. Tighten it down. Might be tight enough. The only thing that sucks about this is that there's no little notch put up for an actual torque wrench. So if they actually, I might just like cut one out just for a torque wrench, so then I can actually torque it down to spec versus just trying to hand tighten to spec. All right, so just make sure you don't lose this. Gotta do is put it back in, like so. Pop, pop. Keep that one open. Lock this one down in place here. Piston. Throw it back on here. Gas block. And then you got your two rings here. Put one down here. No specific orientation. They're both the same cut surface. Oh, that one fell. Let me do that again. All right. And then locking out here. So you'll know that they're kind of aligned just the way how if both start spinning, these two are cut kind of the same, or it's same spot. Then you kind of torque it the opposite way here. Torque it down just enough. Okay. Even before you even put the shroud on or the handguard, you can pretty much test out to make sure everything feeds correctly. So you can just pop the handle back in like so. I've got 4 rounds of dummy rounds here. Alright, so that one fed. Feed number 2, feed number 3, feed number 4. Alright, again, just make sure the orientation of the feed ramps, you see here. So with that feeding confirmation, you can release that. Put your shroud back on, or handguard, I mean. Okay. This is what I mean about this stupid thing popping out. Okay. And then the shroud goes back on. Barrel shroud. Alright. Pop the handle back in. Pop this pin back in. You're ready to rock and roll.